The secret to success is failure. Everyone wants to find out the secret of success. What if the secret to success is failure? Imagine this scenario. You see a job that you'd love to do, and you decide to go for it. You submit your application, and then are pleased to find a few days later that you're invited for an interview. This goes well, and you begin to have a quiet optimism that a job offer will be coming your way soon. It doesn't. Instead, you receive a letter saying thank you, but they've decided to go with another candidate. At this point, you could allow yourself to feel defeated, sad, and perhaps even a little angry. These are normal responses to bad news, yet it's not wise to let them fester and disrupt your goals. Successful people don't let failures kill their dreams. Sure, they might temporarily feel deflated, but very quickly, they pick themselves back up again and begin planning their next steps towards success. How about you? Do you currently feel embarrassed or guilty about failing? Don't worry if you do, as most of us have been programmed since childhood to see failure as a bad thing. Yet, as I'm going to show you in the next few minutes, this programming is dead wrong. Failure is actually an essential part of success. The first thing I want you to think about is this. Resisting failure is, at its core, seeking perfection, and perfection doesn't exist. That's why perfectionists are also likely to be chronic procrastinators. People who constantly seek for perfection stop themselves from engaging in challenging experiences. These perfectionists are less creative and innovative than the average person. Plus, they're less likely to take risks. Add these factors together, and you have someone who is overly focused on their own performance and is always quick to defend themselves. Unfortunately, these traits prevent them from having the necessary focus when it comes to learning new tasks. Striving for perfection is not the same as striving for excellence. The former is a fool's quest for the unattainable, while the latter is really just about doing our very best, which we can all obtain. And there's another problem that perfectionists have to deal with, namely, when they fail to reach their ideal. They feel dejected and defeated. And as you can imagine, repeat this often enough, and these people can end up feeling bitter and depressed about their lives. So forget about seeking perfection and instead focus on always doing your very best. Why is failure good? Two world-renowned psychologists, Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, who were awarded a Nobel Prize for their work, discovered something very interesting. The effect of a loss is twice as great as the gain from a win. What it means is that failure has a far greater negative impact on us than the positive impact of an equivalent win. It's no wonder then that most people are afraid to fail. And here's where it gets interesting. Amazon has a culture that is tolerant of failure, and Jeff Bezos, Amazon's founder and CEO, believes that this culture is one of the main reasons for the company's big achievements over the last 25 years. In a letter to shareholders, he said, "Failure comes part and parcel with invention. It's not optional. We understand that and believe in failing early and iterating until we get it right." The truth is, failure can open up a world of exciting opportunities for you. How does it do this? By constantly showing you new avenues to travel on and by helping you learn from your mistakes, so you can be better next time around. It also helps you identify what's not working for your life and what is. So instead of seeing something as detrimental to success, you should see it as a tool for success, a tool that will help you continually refine your journey in life. Still need some convincing that the secret to success is failure? Well, here are some examples. J.K. Rowling. encountered a catalog of failures shortly after graduating from college, including being jobless, the breakdown of her marriage, and living as a lone parent. However, instead of giving up on life, she used these failures to propel her to write the Harry Potter fantasy series, the best-selling book series in history. Walt Disney didn't have an easy start either. He dropped out of school at a young age in a failed attempt to join the army. Later, one of his early business ventures, Laugh-O-Gram Studios, went bankrupt. He was also fired from a Missouri newspaper for not being creative enough. Was he defeated by these failures? Just ask Mickey Mouse. And Michael Jordan had this to say about the power of failure. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Has this been an eye-opener for you? Failure has long been branded as a leper, but in reality, it's a healthy, essential component of success. The trick, of course, is to develop the mindset of a winner, someone who sees failures as stepping stones to success and defeats as important learning experiences. Embrace your failures and take the proud road to success.